Hey everybody, RYOBI first introduced zero-turn mowers back in March of 2022, where they highlighted 3 new 80-volt zero-turn mowers. The mowers at the time, when they put this out, was there were deck sizes of 30, 42, and 54 inches. We recently looked at the Z42 Li 42-inch mower in our review. Now, the thing shows up, third-party carrier service. It just delivers it right to your doorstep. There is some assembly, and it requires you putting the seat, joystick, towing plate, and the discharge chute together. And I have to say, installing these items really takes about 15-20 minutes with the tools that they provide. My first impression once the thing was assembled, 31 horsepower ZTR. It has a cutting height of a 1/2 inch up to 4.5 inches, kind of a cool joystick control. 4 21-inch cross-cut blades, comfortable seat, and a touchscreen panel. Now that control panel, touchscreen panel, it's on the left side of the mower, and it's easy to navigate. It's got some bright LEDs and 5 intuitive buttons to operate. Those buttons include your driving speed, LED lights, little headlights, battery life, Bluetooth connectivity, and your blade speed. Now the 3 speed settings, pretty much low, medium, and high. High has a maximum speed of 80 miles per hour. The touch screen, or the touch of those switches, you can switch between speeds while you're in motion. So you can go from low to high. It's a shift on the go transmission, simple, convenient way to adjust the speed and power of the mower. It is recommended to start at low speed and kind of work your way up through higher speeds as you become more comfortable and get through that learning curve. Like I said, max speed was 8 miles an hour, medium was 6, and low is 4. So it goes from 4 to 8. All of our runtime tests that we did, we conducted at low speed, and that was because of a learning curve for us. But let me see, the LED lights. Let's talk about the LED lights. 2 headlights. They were pretty effective at night, at dusk hours. The battery life indicator on the screen shows a total battery left on the batteries of the mower. The middle bars show the life of the 80-volt batteries, and the sides will indicate the percentage of life left on the additional 40-volt batteries if you install them. If you hit the battery life button twice, it shows you the number of hours before you need to check the sharpness of your blades and conditions, which I think is pretty cool. RYOBI sets the alert at 25 hours of cutting. Bluetooth connectivity requires the RYOBI Riding Mower app on your phone. And with that app, you can monitor runtime, battery level, charge status, and adjust blade and drive speeds. The blade speed, it's similar to the drive speed. It's got a low, medium, and high. And again, all of our testing, we were on low speed for moving and high speed for blade cutting. Now on the right side, there's some settings. Just behind the operating joystick, there are 4 features on the control panel. There is a clear chute bagger, blade engage knob, on-off key, and a covered USB port. The clear bagger chute, super cool feature. When the bagger boost button is depressed, a 700 CFM gust just blows through that tube and removes clumps of grass and blockages. You can do this without having to stop the mower, shut it down, and manually get that stuff out of there to clear the clog. The blade engage knob is located to the right side of the mower, directly behind the joystick. You pull the knob to engage, up and down to disengage the blades. Simple, intuitive, fast, safe. Once turned on, the blades have a small ramp up time, but will shut off almost immediately when you turn it off, which I liked for safety. All the RYOBI 80-volt zero-turn mowers come with keys to turn the mower on and off and are required to run that mower. So just leave that in there. Our particular test mower came with 3 sets of keys. There is a waterproof covered 5-volt, 2-amp USB-A port, which can be used for charging your mobile devices while operating the mower. There is an additional covered USB-A port in the right rear of the battery compartment. And there are 3 additional storage compartments on the RYOBI as well. One is under the driver's seat, and it has 2 slotted kind of, I guess, cell phone compartments, and the other in the rear compartment. The compartment under the seat, it's shallow and really doesn't offer much storage, maybe a cell phone or something. We store our USB cord and manuals in this compartment because it just worked out well. It's nice and flat. The rear compartment, though, is a little bit larger and can fit larger items such as a pair of pruning snips or gloves or something like that. A second USB-A port is in this compartment as well, making, say, phone storage an option, running Bluetooth in your earbuds and stuff like that. All right, let's talk a little bit about the joystick control. They call it iDrive. The RYOBI ZT mower is a rear-wheel drive mower controlled by an intuitive handheld or one-handed joystick for steering and maneuvering around objects. Our experience with this joystick was not pretty to start. There was a learning curve on maneuvering and getting used to the feel of the joystick. Once you do, it was easy. When you pull up on the joystick, the mower wheels, the power goes to the wheels and are engaged, and you have to release the parking brake and then you can move. There is an audible alarm built in that will sound when you get off the mower without engaging that parking brake. And look, I think this is a absolute perfect safety feature, but it was tough to hear, especially if you're wearing hearing protection. So perhaps RYOBI could consider some type of a strobe, or maybe just a louder decibel warning. I don't know, but it's a great safety feature. The seat. The seat has an air ride suspension, and it's controlled by a dial on the seat, on the front of the seat, and it increases or decreases the spring pressure. And you can depending on the ride you're looking for. A spring-loaded bar in the front of the seat controls the forward-backward adjustments for taller, shorter operators. Both of the armrests, I really like this. They're adjustable up and down, which makes mounting the seat from either side of the mower easier. You can also set the height of the armrest by removing 2 bolts on the armrest and the frame. It's pretty easy to do. There's also a knob under the left armrest that allows it to extend out further for, say, taller users or something like that. The right armrest does not extend because it would interfere with that joystick we just talked about. Lastly, there's a couple of large cup holders on the left side under the armrest. Much appreciated, it just makes sense. So this kit, this mower kit, comes with the zero-turn mower, 2 80-volt suitcase-style batteries, 2 40-volt batteries, a side discharge attachment, a mulching door attachment, 80-volt charging station, and it's just altogether nice to just have that kit, and then you can just set yourself up to go. I want to talk about the direct drive on this mower. One of the major benefits of battery-powered mowers in general is direct drive motors, right? The motor is attached to the blade. Gas mowers have a power takeoff pulley and a series of belts or transfers that power the blades. With direct drive, each blade is powered by its own motor, resulting in more efficient power and torque for cutting. This feature really showed itself. It shined when we were cutting tall, wet grass. We've had a very wet season this year. It's rained every weekend. The other benefit is lack of maintenance required to change belts. Anyone that's had to change a belt and deal with the pulleys and stuff on a mower deck, they know it's never easy and just simply not fun. All right, let's move on to runtime for this mower. RYOBI states that the Z42Li mower will cut up to 3 acres of grass on a full charge, and that's using 4 batteries included in the kit, the 2 80 volts and the 2 40s. And that's with the speed on low and the drive speed on high. Cut speed low, drive speed high. A lot of factors are going to impact runtime. For example, how fast you're going, how much grass you're cutting, the height of the grass, it's all going to affect it. We found that the blades use most of the energy. The lower you set the blade speed, the more runtime you'll get. Now on our runtime testing, we did not have 3 acres to cut at one time. Instead, we kept track of our cutting and we did the math. Our testing got almost 2 acres of grass cut. And that was a couple cuttings. It wasn't one cut. This also was a speed setting of low and a blade setting high, and the grass was 4 inches. Now RYOBI uses low blade speed, high drive time for their numbers. We did the opposite. And you can do a bunch of different tests and get different numbers. Mostly we did this, but we weren't great. We did low speed because we weren't great at maneuvering at the fast speed, and our grass was high and wet. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a learning curve it's just too fast for a rookie to jump on and go fast. One nice feature though, the mower is, when you get to 10% or less on battery, you'll get an alert that says your blades will die soon due to low battery, or your blades will shut off soon due to low battery. And this gives you plenty of time to get back to the charger, which I really liked. Quality cut. The zero-turn mower has 4 21-inch cross-cut blades, and cross-cut blades, they produce exceptionally thin grass clippings, making side discharge, more efficient in bagging. You don't need to bag. It's just a nice way to cut. Now, due to the height of our grass, we utilized the mulching attachment in the discharge chute for our testing, and it worked great. The grass was always high, it was always wet, worked great. Power was great. Mowing on sloped hills. Now, the weight of this mower is 700 pounds, and injury of tipping, rolling the lawnmower can be severe or fatal injury, right? So RYOBI is very specific on operating on slopes with a bag attachment. It's best to follow their recommendations. You don't want that weight on the back of you. We tested the RYOBI mower in mulching mode on slopes ranging from 10 to 23 degrees, and found the mower had plenty of power to ascend. Setting the cutting heights, there's 3 heights: 1.5 inches, 1 3/4, and 2 1/4. The settings control the wheels basically, and we set ours to 1.5 inches height in our testing. Adjusting the deck height was easy. There's a total of 12 preset settings at 1/4 inch increments, all labeled in large white markings. Really nicely done. Very intuitive. The lowest blade deck is 1.5 inches, and the maximum goes up to 4.5. Another nice feature RYOBI has is the auto stop plug, and the plug prevents the deck height adjustment handle from moving accidentally or being bumped or something. This is important in case you accidentally move the height adjustment while you're operating. So it locks it in place. Also, it allows faster, more efficient raising and lowering of the deck because the auto setting remembers your initial height setting. Let's talk about battery usage a little bit. The RYOBI operates on 80-volt suitcase-style battery packs and requires 1 battery to operate. The zero-turn mower will not operate on 40 batteries at all, even if you have 4 of them on board. The mower comes with 2 80-volt suitcase-style batteries that can hold, and they can hold 3 in total. So it comes with 2, can hold up to 3. Additionally, there are spots to add 4 additional batteries to boost runtime for 40 volts. The mower draws power from the 80 volts automatically, balancing the load between them. And then those 40-volt batteries, they just extend the runtime by adding additional energy as those 80 volts start to get low. As far as noise goes, we recorded 82.7 decibels at ear level while mowing. Battery charging, they give you a couple of options for charging those 80-volt batteries. You can do it on the Z42Li with a provided wall mounting charger. So you just plug it right into the mower. Or you can charge the 80-volt batteries one of 2 ways. You can use a charging port or individual battery charging. At the rear of that mower, there is a charging port that can be attached to the charger plug, and it will charge those batteries sequentially while inside the mower, which is what we did. If you do not have a dedicated 20 amp circuit to use, say to use that charging plug, you can charge 1 battery at a time by inserting the charging port directly into the battery. In order to charge those additional 40-volt batteries, though, you have to remove them and place them into a 40-volt charger. Not too bad. The bagger accessory, it's an accessory. You can get it at Home Depot. It's $599. We're going to review that later, probably next season. Overall thoughts, we really enjoyed using this mower. It's a nice user experience, intuitive, comfortable to use, great to excellent cut quality. The mower itself is going to cost $699.99. And look, it's no secret, battery equipment is much more expensive than gas-powered tools. This is primarily due to the cost of the batteries, right? But we look at it as comparable to you're prepaying for gas when you buy those expensive batteries. While battery mowers have much more upfront price, this battery mower is going to require way less maintenance and eliminates having to deal with oil changes, spark plugs, fuel storage issues, fouled fuel, and over time is more likely to start right up than a gas mower, especially if issues with spark plugs and stuff like that. RYOBI offers a 5-year warranty on their batteries for homeowners and have a 2-year warranty for commercial and rental use. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this review. Please leave us a comment and let us know what you think about gas versus battery-powered lawnmowers. We love hearing from you guys, and this is kind of a hot topic. It's debated all the time on our job sites. I really want to know what you think about gas versus battery. And we appreciate your support. So give us a thumbs up, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Thanks. I'm Rob Robillard, and we'll see you guys at the next review.